Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for swinging on by to the Pixel Playground. This is episode 3. My name is Matt. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Tori Pines and the Frenchman himself, Frenchie. Tori, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm good, man. How are you guys doing? Feeling good.
Good. Frenchie, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here with you guys. Episode 3. We're doing big things. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Let's jump right into it. You know, each and every week we kind of start off with what we're playing. So I'm gonna toss it right back to you, Frenchie. What are you playing? And how long did it take you to get that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Platinum?
Did you see it already? Did you see that I got it?
You got it?
No, I think you told us that you got it, but yeah, how many hours did you put in for that?
Okay, 160 hours.
160 hours.
I have never played a game that long in my life.
God.
Maybe Destiny. I think that's the only one that I've played longer than that. Yeah, man. When I finished it, I was just glad to be freed from the shackles of this game because I love it, but god damn, it was so long. And
crazy.
So I'll talk more about it when we talk about what we're playing. But yeah, I'm happy that it's done.
Yeah, that is, you were kind of coming with us on a journey there and telling us how much it was like kicking your ass. So it's kind of interesting. 160 hours is pretty good. I think that would be just under. I think I had like 210 in for Persona 5 Royal to get that platinum trophy.
210.
Yeah, to get that 210 hours. Yeah.
So you texted me earlier today. You said that you want to go for this platinum. Are you sure you want to?
I am going to go for it.
It's hell.
Yeah. So
it's hell, bro. I'm not kidding you.
You know what though? It's something that I can play on the portal at night, and I don't obsess over it. So I like the challenge of certain things. And to me, it's just I'm kind of in it, and I'm not ready to give up the world yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going through. I'm cleaning up everything that I didn't get in the original playthrough. There's only a couple things that the Cactuar Crush. Those missions suck.
Oh yeah,
I don't like those. But like battle systems and stuff, this is going to give me an opportunity to play around with some of the materia, some of the strategies, some of the builds, maybe team compositions that I didn't get to because I pretty much rocked Cloud Tifa Aerith the whole time. So going back through and going through with different computations and different permutations of teams is going to be pretty exciting for me. But I think, you talked about Destiny. I think the game that I have the most ever hours in that I can physically record, Street Fighter 4. I think I put 13,000 hours into that game.
1,300?
And I was playing 13,000.
13,000? No.
1,000.
No way.
Yes. I played it from the time that it came out. Yeah. So that game came out in 2009. And ran through 2015, I think was the last Evo. So it's like a solid 6 years of playing Street Fighter 4, and I played it competitively. So right now, Street Fighter 6, I have 1,300 hours in. So
holy moly! Okay, maybe I don't feel so bad anymore.
Yeah,
this is I get deep. I love the fighting games, but
it's the competitive gaming that gets you for the hours.
It's the competitive aspect of it when it's PvP, and I think that's a lot of people. If you look at people who play, Call of Duty or things
Counter-Strike,
like that,
dude, I put in thousands of hours in Counter-Strike, 1.6 till source.
Think about the Final Fantasy 14 people or the World of Warcraft people from back in the day. They lived that life for years and years and years, so it's not surprising.
French, did you ever do any competitive gaming?
No, not really. It's not really my thing. I'm more of a single-player focused gamer.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not that good either at multiplayer. I'm not even close to being anywhere near competitive. So, yeah.
All right, Tori, what are you playing these days, my friend?
Okay, I'm at the Labyrinth for the black materia. How much longer do I have?
Before we continue, minor spoilers.
Yeah, minor spoilers, guy.
Maybe.
Tori. My bad.
Correct.
Oh no, it's okay. It's
black materia.
We're gonna get into it.
7 Rebirth.
Yeah, so you're at the Temple of the Ancients.
Yes, just got there.
What did you think of the Chapter 12 boss fight? How did you do in that one?
Don't describe it, by the way. Just tell us about what you.
Well, I put it on easy, so it was easy. But cool. I mean, I don't know. It's not in the original, right? Is this what we're talking about?
It's not in the original. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the boss fight at the Coliseum. Like
Yeah.
it was like 3 tiers of bosses.
I don't think I'm there yet. Did I do that?
Yeah, you did it before. It's remember when you go to
You
the Gold
are if
Saucer
you're yeah.
and you go to Dio and Dio has you fight at the
Wait,
Coliseum.
did you get your gold saucer date?
Yeah, let's talk about that because I really don't remember the
Oh
boss
my god.
fight.
It's because you played
Like,
it on
it's-
easy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it's on
why.
easy mode, and then I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Yeah, it's not very, very memorable.
I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to do that boss fight on hard mode. I want to try
Yeah.
it.
I
it's gonna
shit
be
you not.
challenging.
I beat it my first try. I don't know how on hard mode. Maybe because I guess I knew what was coming and what the strategy was.
Oh, and by the way, can I tell you guys that I don't know, Tori, if you know this, French, you might know this because you played it so much. Do you guys realize that if you put Cloud in Punisher mode, he auto blocks?
Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
huge. Because you have that parry, you
Yeah.
just hold block and just wait for them to
Uh-huh.
hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's the
Bam.
stance where he has the sword in front of him and he walks really slow.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
auto blocking for it. That's
Oh, yeah,
Ah,
totally.
That's cool. That's why when you like upgrade him, there's like all those buffs for his block and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I saw. Makes sense.
Anyway, who'd you get for your gold saucer?
So
date,
I
brother?
thought I was gonna get Barrett. I was hoping Barrett. Here we go. But I got Tifa, which I'm not, But here's the thing: I watched because I'm lazy and I went on YouTube and watched like all of them, the differences and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's a like how many points or whatever your relationship changes with everybody.
Mhm.
I was watching it and the Tifa one, and I didn't get to kiss her. Like I just hugged her. Did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
I did full on tongue
on
with her.
the gold saucer
Yeah.
date, you hugged her.
I only hugged her. There was no kiss that I remember.
Oh, I don't think you had. So the way that it works is you take whoever you have the highest affinity with to the gold
Mhm.
saucer. But if she was still like green face with you, maybe that wasn't good enough.
That's what I'm thinking. There's like an alternate thing where I didn't kiss her. I just hugged her.
Damn, you got friend
Bro,
zoned, homie.
I got super friend zone.
I wonder how many endings there are.
we got the makeout. I got the makeout.
Which
Like,
one did you
straight
get,
up.
Punchy? Because
I got Tifa. It was a kiss scene
wait, what?
Yeah.
Who, with Tifa?
with
So we
Tifa,
all
yeah.
got Tifa. We all got Tifa then. Okay.
We all got.
Yeah,
You're the only one that
Yeah.
got friend zoned, homie.
I
Unless
wasn't
I
trying,
looked
but I
away
got
for
it.
a second or something and didn't see
Your
it. I
cloud
don't know.
doesn't have any Riz.
Yeah.
Well, they do. So they do hug before they kiss, but like the kiss is like
Mhm.
right at the end,
Yeah, I
and
didn't
then it
see
like
that.
transitions to like
No.
fireworks.
Yeah, because I watched the YouTube of like all the other ones, Aerith and Yuffie and Barrett and Kate Sith and stuff, just to see.
Are
the
you sure you weren't
differences.
daydreaming about Unicorn Overlord while this was going on?
I could have been. I could have been just
Okay.
like, can I just get this over with? I'm just done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy. Like I get that. Man, I can't wait for the spoiler cast. We're gonna move on before we spoil too much of this game, but we're gonna have an entire episode about Final Fantasy VII. So right now, like Frenchie said, I'm aiming for the platinum, so that's what I'm playing. Not playing much else, really.
All right.
Haven't had a lot of time. All right. Backlogs. What's in everybody's backlog? Tori, we'll start with you because I know it's Unicorn Overlord.
Oh,
And I know
yeah.
it's near Automata for the 15th time.
Well, I want to do what Frenchie did. I want to platinum it, or I want to get all the endings. Really.
Are you guys
So,
sure you want to do this? It's fucking miserable.
there's how many? There's every letter of the alphabet ending in there.
Oh, he's talking about Near Automata, not
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
Final
about Nier.
Fantasy?
Rebirth.
Yeah, no. Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
No
I
way,
misunderstood. My
dude.
bad.
No.
Okay,
But-
good.
Yeah, because you can go back to the chapter selection and jump around to see which ones you
Yeah.
haven't gotten yet.
I
so it's a little
listen.
more.
I know it's going to be
Yeah.
miserable, and actually, I should have added this to the stuff that I'm playing too. But it's going to be just something that I'm playing at night.
Yeah.
Mainly just to mess around with, because I did start and get right back to where I've always gotten, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Those have multiple
see how I
endings
do.
too. So
I
I
ran
haven't
into
gotten all
Marl.
those.
Like that's where I always stop. I run into Marl and knock the pendant off of her, and that's
Oh
about
yeah, you're like at the very beginning, and then it gets good.
Oh, literally, that's as far as I've ever gotten.
yeah.
So
it's
I'm
okay.
trying to patch that hole in my gamer cred, But tell us about your backlog though, man. Besides Unicorn Overlord and 7,000 years of Nier Automata. Yeah.
Well, I don't even like. I have so many games that haven't finished, and that's okay. That's okay, because back in our day, there's none of this like completionist mentality, I feel like. But no, like, okay, so just to jump around from our outline here, I was looking at like the new Super Nintendo releases on the Switch that they had, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like all these bangers from our childhood on the Super Nintendo, like Battletoads, Killer Instinct, R-Type, and I was just like, I turned that on just for a second to play them, and I felt so good, like jumping away from Final Fantasy VII and just like playing some basic games. Like, this is so nice. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And I don't know, have you guys played like Darius or R-Types or anything like that before? Any of the shmups?
I'm sure I have, long time ago, but
Oh, they're so good, dude. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I have a story in Japan where there's used to be like the two TV screens put together, like original Darius. And I walked in this new, like it was like a retro video game arcade, and this like old timer Japanese guy was just playing it 1/4 or one whatever yen, whatever it was, and just destroying it. I was just sitting back and just watching, just in awe, just how good he was at that game. And I was just like, this is amazing. I try to play, I get killed like every time. So I'm not a shmup. I'm not very good at shmups, but like Super Nintendo, old school, like R-Type, Darius, Gradius, those games are sick. Super quick, easy play and then die and go do something else.
Yeah. Nice little palate cleanser, right?
I wonder if that's why we didn't have the completionist mentality. It's because games were a lot easier back then.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of like Streets of Rage and, you know, the walk around fighting games and stuff. Like RPGs are blowing up right now, man. Everyone's getting into them. You know what I mean? Compared to back in the day.
Well, and they're longer than ever though. If you look at a game like Final Fantasy IV, which is like 20, 25 hours, you know, and then you get into something now with like, you know, Frenchie, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to get to platinum, 160 hours. You know, that's
you guys should.
They're getting wild.
Yeah, like a palate cleanser I played like a while ago is just Dragon Quest 1. Like the OG Dragon Quest 1, so fast, so easy, just super chill. Like you can beat it within, I don't know, 10 hours or something like that.
How long do you think it takes to finish Chrono Trigger?
Oh, like
it's got to be like 15, 20 hours,
yeah,
right?
Like 15, 20 hours. Yeah. It's pretty quick.
Not a long game. I'm playing it on Steam Deck. So I want to do it.
Like about 23 hours, roughly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I wanted to get the little bit of the higher res version of it. So I guess they smoothed out some of the sprites because it's a early Super Nintendo game, so it's gonna be a little rough on the eyes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into that. And then once I get through that and Final Fantasy VII, I guess, you know, my backlog, Persona 3 Reload is going to be the big one. Resident Evil 4 remake, Dead Space remake. So there's a couple that I got to get to, some big ones, but I just need to, you know, part of the reason why I want to go for the platinum in Final Fantasy is just I get to still stay in a AAA space and like with characters I like and stuff, but I don't really care about like the side quest stuff other than I got to a part today. I guess it's it's a, you know, gives you a little update on a character, and it's brutal. Frenchie, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it involves like Yuffie, and you know what I'm saying.
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, it's pretty wild. I was, you know, so those parts I'm pretty interested in, but you know, the general, I'm going around and doing the towers, or I'm going around and I'm gathering the, you know, the transmuter chips or whatever. I don't need to, you know, I definitely don't need to be paying attention to Chadley. So I just kind of put on a podcast. I'm just playing the game, kind of zoning out. And that to me is like a little escape. So Frenchie, what's in your backlog, man?
So my backlog, currently I have 4 games in there. Yakuza Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Yeah. But I decided to not play that right now because I just don't want to invest another 80 hours into an RPG. So I've been playing some smaller games. The PS Plus game, Immortals of Avium. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. This was this was a game I saw last year. It was
I put it in.
cool.
I put it in my library because it's free. Colin Moriarty
Yeah.
talked about it from Sacred Symbols. He talks about it a lot. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he loved it. He platinumed it. He's one of the few ones that platinumed it. I thought, I don't know. I'm kind of going through it. For those of you that don't know, it's kind of a magic shooter. You have like red magic, green magic, and blue magic, and it's an Unreal Engine 5 game, first person shooter. It's entirely just like, it's okay. It's not really blowing me away. I feel like the gameplay is just not really punchy enough. Like you don't have that much impact to when you're hitting enemies. You just don't really, I don't know. There's something definitely off about it. I'm still gonna go through it because it's a nice, turn my brain off and just do like a chapter or two a night. I played another game today on PSVR 2. It's called Vertigo 2. It's kind of a strange game. You're this person that's in this quantum reactor underground, and I guess through this reactor you're able to bring in other alien life forms, and they're just some wacky looking aliens. I don't know. I played it for like an hour. I wasn't really into it. Apparently, it's made by only one person.
Oh,
And,
does it give you vertigo? Does it give you motion sickness?
No, actually, it does not. This
That's good.
particular game, it runs like the performance is really good. A lot of games in the PS VR, or just I guess in just VR general, they have like this thing called reprojection where it takes your base 60 FPS and doubles it. And sure,
Okay.
it runs better, but there's always like a caveat. It looks great when you're standing still, but as soon as you walk, it almost has like this motion blur effect, like almost like an artifacty kind of a thing going on. But with this particular game, it doesn't have that. So it actually, when you're turning it, like it looks really crisp and clear. So
That's cool.
I'll give it that. But it looked, I don't know, the graphics look kind of washed out and dated, and the gameplay wasn't that great. I'll give it another try, but you can't win them all.
I think that's the problem with VR is that it's just not ready for prime time. It's not at the level that it's going to be in the AAA space. And when you come with it, especially PSVR 2, which is like, it's wild that you bought that, man. That's like as much as the actual PS5 itself, which is like insane to me. Like,
yes,
what a cost investment.
Do you have the original PSVR?
I do have the original. So I got that from my wife's friend from work. So he's one of those guys that like just to buy tech. He buys everything. He tried it. He got motion sick, so he never really used it. He sold it to me for like $50, and I played it.
I
played it, and I played
I
played Moss. I freaking love this damn thing. So then that led me to getting PSVR 2. And I'll let you guys know on a little secret here. I buy everything in my life on a credit card, so I have like a shit ton of points. I actually ended up getting my PS5 for free, my PSVR 2 for free. I got my Nintendo Switch for free. Yeah, because I just rack up the points and I just buy it with that.
That's how my wife and I do like travel. We do
same
points.
I do points travel. Yeah.
So I have those three, and then there's another game called Hellsweeper. I don't know why my thing does that, but Hellsweeper, if you guys didn't hear that, it's a VR game. It's kind of like Doom, but like roguelite, and you have like, different axes and you can cast spells and stuff. I haven't tried it yet, but it seems like something that I could just play for like 45 minutes at a time. So
good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we all got stuff in our backlogs that we're all trying to slog through and get to this Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, spoiler cast. And there's just games keep on coming. So one of the big ones that's out on the horizon, story trailer just dropped, Star Wars Outlaw. What did everybody think of the trailer? And really, what's everybody's overall take on the Ubisoft formula? Tori, let's start with you as a guy.
This is a Tori conversation.
He
loves his Ubisoft.
How much I love Ubisoft.
Yeah,
I
don't even know if you're a Star Wars fan. Do you even give a shit about Star Wars?
No, I am a Star Wars fan for sure.
Good.
But I'm honestly, I'm more of an OG Star Wars fan, like the OG Star Wars, and also episodes 1, 2, and 3. I did not like the new Star Wars movies.
Not an exactly unpopular opinion, by the way.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I actually liked Rogue One, and like not a lot of people like Rogue One.
I actually think a lot of people liked Rogue One. I didn't like it because there were some I liked it, but there were a couple parts where I thought it was just really freaking stupid.
Yeah, there
You know what I
was
mean?
some stupid
Like,
parts, but I just like the standalone aspect of it, and
no, and it
you
felt
know,
more like a Star Wars story than some of the other ones. I
yeah,
get that. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people generally look fondly. I think The Last Jedi is the one that everybody pretty much hates to a T.
yeah,
If I
it's
had to
pretty
say,
bad.
Episode 8, it's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
I think we're just in an era of just selling out everything. I just remember the time when Star Wars was like anything that came out with Star Wars, like a video game or it was rare. It was very rare. Disney is just taking the whole franchise and just blown it up so much that it's just like the Mandalorian's like the last thing I got into, and that's about it. I haven't watched any of the new, other side stuff. But anyways, besides that, trailer looked okay. Ubisoft, I hate them. I don't even want to play a Ubisoft game. I can't think of a Ubisoft game I played last that I actually enjoyed. Maybe I think there was remember the driver games?
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
they did like
PS1.
a Ubisoft driver game, and that was pretty fun. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I can't do Ubisoft. It's not worth my time.
Yes. With Ubisoft, I don't know. Like they're mostly miss. Every now and then they'll have something good, like Prince of Persia, which I like. I platinumed early this year, and I really loved it. Um, I tried the Avatar game that came out last year, and it's probably the most beautiful game I've ever, not ever, but it's a very beautiful game, but it was boring as hell. Like I really thought that they would change it up, and they kind of did, but it just wasn't enough. It was a slog to get through, and
Did you do
not
the
very.
Assassin's Creed games?
So, I kind of I get hyped up because I see like the trailers and stuff, and they get me every time.
Yeah,
I played Valhalla, and I thought that was just a bloated mess.
yeah.
I did the one that just came out, Camp Mirage. Yeah, I finished that one. I actually enjoyed that one because it was a little bit closer to like the original ones, like 1 and 2.
Mhm.
It wasn't that bloated. It was, it was an average game. I still, at the time, it was nothing else to play, and I thought it was okay. But with this Star Wars game, I'm a little skeptical. I'm gonna probably just wait and see because I thought Avatar looked cool, and I thought it was gonna be a fun IP to, something new to play through, and I just did not like it. So we'll see how Star Wars gets received, and I'll kind of watch some preview footage and see how it goes. But Ubisoft formula is kind of tired, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, it made its way to FF7 Rebirth with
Oh, I
stinking
know.
and the
Disagree.
vehicles.
100% disagree. 100% disagree.
What?
Really?
100% disagree with
Bloated.
that.
It's Ubisoft
Dude,
bloatedness,
no,
bro.
no, 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 no.
All right.
Because
Well,
at least
maybe you should.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth side quests actually add something to the formula. Like what I was telling you, the one that I saw, there is some world building. It gives you an avenue to, get materia and things like that. Ubisoft is literally the same formula in every game they have. And I'm kind of seeing that with this. It definitely is a check the box off, They don't listen, Witcher 3 has a lot of like check the box, go here, do this, do that. But the side quests are so good that it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's the open world formula. It's the open world formula, and Ubisoft wasn't the one that necessarily created that, right? Like that there were other games that did it. It's just how well do you do it? And
Right.
Ubisoft just does it in such a lazy way, that it's just I can already tell this is going to be like, oh, go and grab 3 things of spice to bring it back to, the crime syndicate or whatever. And, then once you get back to the crime syndicate, okay, you got your spice. Now you got to go and take the money and go to the drop off point, or, it's just like endless fetch quests
Spice,
and
yeah.
all the same thing.
Are they
I
gonna make
watched
it
the
do an
story
RPG?
trailer and I just it was dripping Ubisoft all over it. And so I tried to keep playing the Assassin's Creed games. I liked what was it,
Black
Odyssey?
Flag? No.
Oh, I love Black Flag. Black Flag's legit. That's a
Yeah.
good game.
I like that one.
It was Odyssey. So they did the Origins, which was Egypt, right? And they
Yeah.
made it a different type of game. So I'm like, cool, I'll check that out. I did Odyssey. I thought Odyssey was cool mainly because I like that whole, that whole era of, that time era. And then they got to Valhalla, and I was like, cool, man, Vikings. Man, I was like 30 hours into that game, and I was just like, man, I feel like I've been doing this for a while. And you have this like war map where you're looking and seeing like all the territories you got to do. And it was like 50 more territories. And I was like, no, nope, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
out. Checked out. So I haven't finished a Ubisoft game since probably Immortals Phoenix Rising, which I thought was like a fun little.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah, it was
actually.
fun. It was
The
fun.
Zelda
yeah.
clone, bro.
I
It
know,
was
but
fun.
Zelda
it was
clone.
fun.
It was
had-
it was a Kid Icarus
That's-
Zelda like love
Yeah,
child.
that's on my backlog for Switch.
It was
Yeah.
like a perfect blend of exploration and combat and puzzles.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, that's all I need.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was good.
That's good.
But yeah, this is something that I'm like, with everything that came out, you know, one of the things that I really liked was the Clone Wars. I love the Clone Wars. I love the character of Ahsoka. Like, she's dope. When they came out with the Ahsoka show, it took me forever to get to it because I was like, I just don't. I'm Star Wars fatigued. I don't want to watch anything. I don't want to play anything. It took me forever to get through Jedi Survivor to get to it because the game was broken first off, and then it was just like, I want to do this. So I don't know. Like, the idea is, I guess, cool, but why not just make, if you're going to do Star Wars Outlaw, like, just make a Han Solo game, dude. Like, because that's all this is. It's a Han Solo game with an excuse to, you know, put a different character in there, and the cute little pet, right? You get the cute little Star Wars pet. I don't know. I feel like that's every Star Wars game now, right? Like Jedi Survivor has the little BD-1 or whatever. Every Star Wars movie, the main character has this cute little droid, you know, whether it's BB-8 or like, you know, whatever else. I don't know. It's old. Like, wake me up when they finally finish the KOTOR remake.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I am excited for that.
Yeah.
Because I never beat that. Of course.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, I'd honestly, I'd rather go and just play the Star Wars MMO because you can play it completely by yourself. It's completely story driven, and it's like KOTOR.
Star Wars Galaxies.
Star Wars Old Republic.
Oh right, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
That's what
Star
it's
Wars:
called.
The Old Republic.
See, that's where it was awesome with the MMO because like not everyone could be a Jedi. It took so long to be one, right? Is that the OG?
No,
MMO?
what they have like 8 different character classes, but like some of the cooler classes are not Jedi. So like my favorite story is the Imperial Agent, where like you're essentially an Imperial spy, and you're like setting people against each other, and like you're convincing them to do different things, and like that's well done storytelling. Even though you do fall into the MMO trappings of like little bullshit fetch quests, like I said, not just Ubisoft that does that. It is game padding, but you know, I don't know, man. I'm watching it and I'm like,
it looks par for the course, right? Like nothing really stands out.
It looks Ubisoft to a T. Like just connect the dots and it spells out Ubisoft. I don't know. I'm not about it. I don't know why. I'm just, I don't know.
Can we segue into remakes and remasters that we're looking forward to for a second? Because I feel like there's a lot that are coming out, and I'm having a hard, like you were talking about the remake of like Resident Evil 4. I still haven't beat that as my backlog.
Dead Space remake. Yeah.
Dead Space. I haven't beat that. Like Resident Evil 3 remake, I still haven't beaten. Like the 2 I did.
Oh, that one was cool. Yeah.
Resident Evil 3 it was cool. 2 was cool too. I really enjoyed 2.
Yeah. Oh, 2 was immaculate. I love that one.
Yeah, I love the OG, and I played that crap out of that when I was young. And so that was like a lot of nostalgia. But honestly, I think I'm getting burnt out on a lot of the remakes. But the ones that are being remade, I haven't finished. I'm stoked for, like, you know, Suikoden 1 and 2, Dragon Quest 3,
Final Fantasy 9.
Final Fantasy 9 Tactics. They just announced they're gonna do. What else is going on?
They're gonna redo Final Fantasy Tactics.
They're talking about it.
Was that on the leak? The NVIDIA leak?
Only 9.
I saw it on YouTube. I saw it on YouTube. This YouTuber I follow for video game news. But
interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna do, and I think there's Final Fantasy 6 as well. They're looking into. I looked at that.
6, they got to be careful with, bro. Like that's if you're
just,
gonna do that. Yeah. So like 9,
another
I
game
think
I
what
never
they should
finished.
do. 9 should be more like just do maybe a little bit of what you did for like 8, right? Quality of life improvements, up-res it, make sure that you can walk diagonally, you know, do like that kind of stuff. But I don't think you need to reinvent the wheel for 9. If you do 6, I think 6 is the one that you're going to have to do like the bells and whistles for, and it would probably be deserving of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that one would be. 7 is its own thing, right? Like, I don't think they're ever going to remake a game like 7 again, just because 7 is.
Yeah, and I don't want them to. I don't want them.
Well,
I don't want them
if-
to. I honestly want them to just remaster it. Don't remake it, please. Just modernize it, make it easier for us to consume it, and just move on. That's it.
Sure. The thing with 7 is that the remakes that they did is almost like a meta commentary on the game anyway, right?
Yeah,
because
that's
it's like,
true. Yeah.
okay, you want us to remake it? Well, I mean, we can't really remake something that is so seminal to everybody and not have people get mad. So we're going to actually remake this game. And it's kind of like almost like a half middle finger from Square Enix.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're doing it so well
Yeah.
is actually really freaking cool, because there's stuff that's not in the original game that's in these that I find to be really fascinating. I'm sure Tori, the real life embodiment of Roche over here, like Roche is not.
Dude, I got the Roche hair right now. I got the Roche hair. He's my favorite character. I love that guy.
Yeah, so I mean,
they're kind of Kojima in a way. Like Square Enix is doing like a whole Kojima thing with this. I feel like just to screw with us.
I mean, I think they're going to tie it back to the actual game. I think we're going to see like the resetting of everything that has changed. They're going to find some way to button it up real nicely, but they're taking us on a ride and they're able to flesh it out and they're having fun with it, and they're doing it in a quality way, so that's good.
Do you see it's not selling as well compared to the first one though? Did you see
that's typical of sequels.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, like,
because
what do you think?
No, think about it. Everybody was super excited for it, right? And then maybe some of the people who wanted a strictly turn-based, like they're like, "Oh, well, I don't like that, so I'm not going to buy it." Or the people that played the first one and didn't like the change, "Oh, I'm not going to buy it." That's classic sequel syndrome. Well, very rarely do connected sequels actually sell as well as the original.
You think if it wasn't console exclusive to PlayStation, it would have sold more? Like if it was on Xbox, PC,
PC probably. Launch? Probably would have sold
another
million.
It's going to come to PC. It's going to come to PC though.
As the first one hasn't, right? Remake hasn't, right?
No, remake's on PC.
Oh, it is? Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
All right. So it's just a time limit thing, which is normal.
Yeah.
With all the mods.
And it's not on Xbox. It wouldn't sell more if it was going to Xbox anyways, because nobody has an Xbox. So.
Wait, does Remake have mods on the PC already?
Oh dude. Yeah. Like day one, probably.
Yeah.
My buddy that I bought my computer off of, he was playing the game as Squall.
Tori, you can go and play. You can play Nude Barrett and Nude Roche just for you.
You can play as Roche.
Oh gosh, I still haven't seen Baldur's Gate 3's whatever. You can go pretty much naked in the game, right?
When you character create, you can pick your dong or your labia. Yeah,
you can make it just like that picture you sent us.
Yeah.
Oh, the OJ Simpson thing?
Yeah, that link you sent us?
Yeah, that was good. I'm sure a lot of people got that link that day. A lot of people in this country got that link. I had to spread the love, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think you guys enjoyed it, right?
Well, oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was at work, so I opened that thing and had to put my phone on real quick. I was like, oh, Jesus.
He just throws his phone. He doesn't know what to do.
You're lucky I sit in that corner so I can just turn towards the wall.
I know. It's the best place to sit. I know. I used to sit on the other side, which is like right in the middle. I'm like, get out of there, dude. Go in the corner.
Yeah.
Did you see that thumbnail I made for you, Tori?
Oh, yeah. That was perfect for episode 2. Yeah, I was like, oh, cool. That's a great picture of myself from like.
Should we let the audience know what we're talking
years
about?
Ago. Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
no.
Maybe not. No. Boundaries.
No.
Boundaries.
All I'm gonna say is it looked like you could have pulled on that thing like it was a seatbelt, dude. The way that was sitting on your shoulder.
Strap it on.
Yep, strap it on. Go for a ride. Anyway, Frenchie, any remakes or remasters that you're looking forward to?
Not really. I mean, if I were to point one out, it would just be FF9. Just because I've only played it once in my entire life. I recently downloaded it on the Switch, and I just played like maybe a few hours. But if they were to redo this, I would definitely want it to be a 1-to-1 remake. I want the same. I just pretty much want the same thing up-res.
Yeah.
It's funny because there's this mod on Steam. It's called the Moguri mod. and it
Mhm.
basically takes FF9 and basic upreses it and is kind of like a quality of life fixes.
Yeah.
But mainly like they put like a nice coat of paint on there, so like the
Yeah.
That's all it needs, really.
Yeah.
And I think that
Keep
that game doesn't really lend itself to a full remake, right? Like Final
I don't
Fantasy
think so.
VII was in that pixelated, like they tried. It was like that first pixelated PS1, right?
Mhm.
It looked
Yeah.
terrible. Like
Boxy and
it aged like
yeah.
hot milk. You know what I
with
mean?
those boxy hands.
Um, eight,
Boxy
yeah,
hands.
8 was a little bit better, but was still kind of rough around the edges. But 9, what they did was went back to that like chibi style of character,
Yeah, which
and
I
that
did not
actually
like.
helped the art direction and helped it age better. So you just upres that. But I can't see like Vidane or like Vivi being like an actual photorealistic like representation like they're doing with Cloud and Tifa and everything like that. I don't think it would make sense. I don't think it would be. Could you imagine Steiner as like an actual? He'd look terrifying. Like Steiner
Yeah.
He
literally
looked like
looked
Barrett. He looked like Barrett, I think,
Yeah.
he would look like way worse than Barrett.
or Dio.
I don't
No,
No, probably not.
Go look at a picture of Steiner. He looks
Yeah, you're right.
absolutely
His
ridiculous.
jaws
It
like
just wouldn't look right at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
You gotta
Not
keep
at
it
all.
1-to-1.
Exactly. So
You guys ever play
yeah.
the Suikoden games at all? Suikoden 1 or 2? Piece 1?
I'm sure. I
haven't.
think I played them a long time ago.
Oh,
But
they're
I don't
so
really
good.
remember.
The second one I haven't beaten, but the first one I used to play that going to school on the train. That game was awesome.
I know they're remastering it, but that
Both of
kind of
them.
brings us to our next topic. Is our work life balance, our gaming time. This
Yeah.
might fall into the realm of things that I don't have time for. But
it's what you choose.
Listen, as a newer father, I have a 7-month-old, and the work, we work the 12s, and when I'm not working, I have her. I gotta pick and choose, man. As I get older and life kind of comes at me, I gotta pick and choose what I can play. And so some of these games will fall by the wayside. I might go 4 or 5 days without even touching a video game sometimes, and it's gonna be what I want to play the most. So
Mhm.
a lot of things are gonna fall into my backlog. A lot of things are gonna get swept under the rug, but you try to do that. I gotta try to, be not as portly and out of shape. So that's going to cut into that even more. But yeah, man, like, I have to thread the needle with, what I got for gaming time. And it's kind of gone down as the baby grows up, needs more attention, it's more active and wants to play and things like that. I'd much rather spend time with my daughter and with my family. And, I'm a season ticket holder for the San Diego Padres. So it's baseball season. That means less time for all these things come up. And so gaming kind of falls by the wayside, but for me, real life always comes first, and so gaming kind of takes a break, and especially during the summertime. Frenchie, you got a family. How do you balance your time?
Yeah, so I have twins. For those of you that don't know, I got 2 boys. They are 7 years old. I just beat the shit out of them with pillows. They want me to just hit them. I don't know what it is. They don't even have a pillow themselves. They just said, "Hey, Dad, can we play that pillow game?" I'm like, "Sure." I just like pounding on them. It's fun. But yeah, like those kind of moments I cherish. They've come a long way. They've grown so much, and they're just a blast to be with right now. When it comes to gaming, I'm able to actually play quite a bit because I drop them off to school. I pack their lunch. I take them to school. I walk them to school, and I have like a 6-hour, basically to myself, 6 hours. So I can easily just play a couple hours of a game and then make some breakfast, kind of digest a little bit, go to the gym, and come back, shower, and I'll still have some extra time. So I have that in the morning, and then nighttime when they go to sleep. So they'll sleep at like 8:30, and I'll just get on the portal and lay next to my wife. And
do they play games too? Are they into gaming?
Yeah, I pretty much gave them my Switch. I don't really use it myself, so they're playing like Mario Wonder, like the Bowser's Fury.
Yeah,
they're doing that right now. They like Kirby games, and yeah, they pretty much do like the Mario
awesome.
Wonder. So yeah, Super Mario Wonder. I played the entire thing with them.
Wow,
So,
that's cool. Is there certain games that you wouldn't let them play right now?
Just anything with violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have to get the controls, like as far as like the camera controls and using that right stick to get around. So I think my my way about it is just let them play. Don't even coach them. If they have a question, I'll answer it, but just kind of let them figure it out. Kind of like, so that's pretty much, I do have time. Actually, I had an unhealthy
good.
amount of game time with FF7, so
I feel like
it took over my life, and it was actually
you-
pretty unhealthy.
Did you notice an uptick in your availability for game time when when your kids started going to school?
Oh yeah,
Like was that like a noticeable increase?
big time. It was huge because like up until that point, it was like kids all day, every day, and I did everything for them. And I'm blessed to be in a position where I only work 3 days a week, and
Yeah,
I know
same.
a lot you too. So I get to see them every night before I go to sleep. 4 days there, I'm pretty much with them all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as they went to school, that's when that little time kicked in where I had 6 hours to myself. So
Yeah.
of course I'm going to play.
And
That's what I like.
and I guess we're both blessed with wives that allow us to indulge this hobby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
It's really
which
cool
is
you guys do
also
that.
awesome. There's not everybody would, has that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. She's very understanding when it comes to that. She knows that's what I like to do. I'm not a big Netflix and chill person, or like I
Yeah.
don't binge watch TV shows.
Me
I just
neither, bro. Binge
I have
watch
time,
video
I'm just gonna
games,
play.
dude. Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
my wife likes to read anyway, and honestly, she never has to worry about where she knows exactly where I'm on the couch playing video games. So it's
Yeah.
kind of relationship security too, right? And doesn't have to be jealous of nothing.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's
You know?
true.
She knows exactly where you are.
Relationship
She knows
security.
exactly where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tifa in a bathing suit notwithstanding, but no, I'm just kidding.
Are you gonna play Stellar Blade in front of her?
Yeah, would you play that?
Okay, so
Take
I
off.
played the demo, and I think I told Tori this, but I don't think I told you this, Frenchie. Like the dialogue and like the
Oh, yeah.
story beats of what I've played so far
It's so
have
corny.
kind of turned me off to the game.
Oh
Yeah.
hell no.
Yeah.
It's so weeby.
really-
Like it's so I don't know, man. It's a little too like it's why I was turned off by Near Automata. It's that type of storytelling that I just don't enjoy.
The
It's
Nier
very
Automata dialogue
it's
and
very
the voice acting's better,
tropey.
though, I think.
It's very tropey. I
Yeah.
I didn't
don't
get
yeah.
You didn't get that from the demo?
Oh,
Oh my
I
god.
personally did it.
gosh.
I got it from the Grand Blue Fantasy demo. The
Oh, I
Grand
need
Blue
to play
Fantasy.
that.
I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is
Yeah.
like JRPG the trope.
Well,
That's what
Yeah,
they
yeah,
should-
yeah. So I definitely got like Tales vibes from this, like, you know what I mean? Like B-level RPG style voice acting. I don't know what it was. Something about Eve's voice actress like made me. Maybe I need to go back and play the demo in Japanese and maybe just read subtitles. But like the English voice acting, sometimes when they do the localization, it becomes a little too over the top, and I'm just like, ugh, which sucks because the combat's really cool, and I'd love to play it, but. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait for a discount.
Well-
Sorry, you guys had an opportunity to earn all my money, but that budget ass voice
Just
acting.
Put it on
messed
the
it up,
Japanese voices.
Yeah, with
instead.
subtitles.
Japanese
I know.
voices. Even with like Unicorn Overlord, like it's like that old school, old English kind of style. And a lot of people aren't into that. So
See, and I think that's part of it too. Like, why does every Japanese to English localization, why does it have to be like they speak with an English accent? Like, I don't get that.
they don't. Nier Automata's not like that, bro. 2B and 9S,
don't
they
get
have
that.
conversations.
Yeah, but those characters suck. So
No, they don't.
oh, they do. They're so boring. It's so boring.
No,
It's
you got to
so
play
boring.
the game. You've never
God,
even
it's
you've
so
not even got,
boring.
you haven't even gotten past the first boss. You got to get past
I did
that.
get past the first boss. I already told you that like a
All
bunch
right,
of times.
well, I don't know, the relationship develops and it's a really good story. Really
Just
good.
buy the trophies and move on.
No,
I know. I'm about to.
no,
Maybe by the next
Okay.
time we come back here, I'll have platinumed Near Automata
no, you won't.
just by buying the trophy.
Well, can I segue into something because you guys are both fathers?
Yeah,
I don't have any kids and stuff, and so I do have a lot of time to play games. But a huge reason why I moved to San Diego to begin with was to enjoy the sunshine and surf and get into a bunch of hobbies, and I love it and I enjoy it. But yeah, I can make time to play games, and I'm not as into it as much as I used to be, but I still appreciate a lot of video games. But I have a story from when I was a kid when my father showed me an extent of compassion and love. I I didn't realize it until later on as an adult. So you guys remember like Tony Hawk games and stuff?
Mhm.
Like skateboarding games back, I think I was like in 5th grade when skateboarding
Yeah.
just blew up. Everyone was in skateboarding. Were you guys into skateboarding? You guys skateboard at all when you were kids?
My friends
I am
were. I
not
weren't.
coordinated. I'm not coordinated enough to skateboard.
Oh.
Every time I try to get on one, I would fall on my face.
Oh, skateboarding was like the thing. Like in my small hometown, like we raised money to like build a skate park, and that took forever.
Yeah,
but-
I did bikes, like BMX bikes.
Oh yeah, I got into that for a little bit too. I got into that and rollerblading and skateboarding. And
Yeah.
did rollerblading and it was like, it's lame. Yeah, so, anyways, long story short, they were releasing the first like skateboarding video game for the PlayStation 1. And it wasn't Tony Hawk. It wasn't Thrasher. It was called, what is it, Skater? What did I write down? Street Skater. And so I lived in a small town in Northern California, and it was about an hour and a half to get to the nearest Best Buy. And so it just came out. I learned about it from some magazine or something, maybe like the PlayStation 1 or something like that. And I told I wanted it for my birthday. And my dad's like, all right, let's go get it. So we drive down to Best Buy. Takes an hour and a half to get there. Drive home, super stoked, open it up, put it in the console, turn it on. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I'm just like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, Dad, the game's not working. He's playing with the CDs, looking at it. It's like, interesting. Puts it back in. He's like, yeah, I guess it doesn't work. So I'm like, I want to play this so bad. He's like, all right, let's go back to Best Buy. And so we got in the car, drove another hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. So we drove for 6 hours that day just to play this stupid Street Skater PlayStation 1 game. And I'm thinking about it to myself. I'm like, I don't have any kids, but like, I don't know if I would do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'd do that for my kid. I'd be like, let me wait until Monday when I have to go to work and I'll get it on my way back. Because he used to work an hour and a half away from where we lived anyways. But I was like, dang, that shows like an extensive amount of love, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys would ever do that as for your kids or anything like that, but like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, he probably saw the look on your face and
Yeah.
how bummed you were.
Yeah,
And he's like,
probably.
I gotta
Yeah.
go. I gotta go do this for him.
Yeah, which it was. I was like, at the time, I was just like, no big deal. Like this is great with my dad. But now I'm like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
That's a lot of driving, dude.
Yeah,
3 hours each way,
yeah,
or no, an hour and a half each way.
yeah.
Yeah.
He drove that every day for work. So God
Yeah.
bless his heart, man.
So that game came out before Tony Hawk.
Yeah, Street Skater was like the first PlayStation game or first skateboarding PlayStation game. Then it was like, or it was like Thrasher or something, and then Tony Hawk came out later, and that's when it real blew up.
Do you guys ever remember Skate or Die on NES?
Oh yeah, dude.
Fuck yes, dude.
Scared me, bro. That game scared me for some
love
reason.
that game.
Just
Hell yeah.
the word "die" for some reason scared me.
Better skate or die, boy.
Yeah,
Dude,
I love that game.
that game was so good, so
Yeah.
good, hard but good.
Yeah.
And there were some others too.
California Games. Remember California Games?
Yes, California Games, and it had like BMX and stuff. And you like,
Yeah.
what was it? You like
I think it
riding
had
on the
surfing in there
boardwalk?
too, right? It had surfing in it, I think. Let me look.
I think there was like a half pipe in that too. I can't
Yeah.
remember. It was so long ago.
There was a half pipe in Skate or Die for sure.
Yeah. And there was like a little hub town
Oh,
too where you would kind of walk around.
Yeah. California Games definitely had surfing in it. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Those
and
are
volleyball and
good
all that
party
stuff.
games for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. I remember growing up playing that with my brother and my cousin. We just take turns with a controller. Good times.
Yeah. I just remember Skate or Die 2 had the theme song at the beginning. Skate or die. Skate
Yeah.
or die. Die, 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 die. That was so cool. It was so cool, man.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
guys have any games when you were young and you played that like scared the crap out of you, or like you're like, actually, I'm too young for this or something?
Splatterhouse.
Mansion.
Splatterhouse,
Maniac Mansion. Yeah.
Maniac Mansion.
Maniac Mansion. I remember
Oh,
the first
man.
time that I put the hamster in the microwave and then the guy caught me and like killed me. I was like, oh,
Did you guys? So my dad borrowed a copy of Diablo 1 for the PC from his coworker,
yeah.
and so he's like, "You shouldn't play this. It's kind of freaky." And I was like, "I'm gonna play it." I was like 10 years old or something like that, and I got down to the first boss in the catacombs, which was the butcher. And when you walk into his dungeon area, he just goes like, "Oh, fresh meat!" And he like chases after you with the butcher knife.
Yeah,
remember that? That scared the
the
living
butcher.
crap out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I can remember because I had headphones on, and I like threw them off and freaked out and like ran.
You're like, oh,
so scared.
I just had another one that came to mind. Have you heard of a game called Phantasmagoria?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. So my neighbor, he was
my
like,
dad would
I don't
not
know.
let me play that.
That game was scary as fuck,
would
man.
not
I
let
was
me
I
play
was a
that.
child and I was watching this. So it was about this. It's like a point and click adventure, and you were like in a mansion. You were this female, and you were trying to find out what was going on with your husband, like because he was acting up. So they showed some pretty crazy deaths in that game, where there was one where he built this contraption that basically spun this lady's head until it's basically snapped. So like a full 360 and then it snapped.
Oh wow.
So I'm a child watching this stuff. There was another one where he was feeding raw meat through a funnel into this person's mouth, and they just choked to death. One more. I got one more for you. They were out in the greenhouse, and they were doing some gardening or whatever, and he takes a shovel and just like keeps on shoving dirt in this lady's mouth. I guess he had multiple wives or love interests, and he was just killing them all. I remember watching that as a child. I'm like, dude, what am I doing?
My dad said there was a sex scene in it, and he's like, yeah, you can't watch this. You're too young. I guess in the beginning or something. I don't know.
It's kind of like I think it's part of the intro.
Yeah, because it's all like not FMV, but video, like video.
Like live. It was like live action.
Yeah,
almost.
Live action.
Like it was like real people just kind of put into the game.
That was one of the things. So like, gosh, what was it? Command and Conquer had some stuff.
Oh yeah, Command and Conquer and what's that? The space flying one.
Wing Commander.
Yeah.
And Wing Commander that was the Mark Hamill one, right? And then they had like the little Mark like Hamill. Leopard guys or whatever. Yeah. One game that I was too young to play. It wasn't scary, but it was an old DOS game called Drug Wars.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Heard of it?
No.
Yeah, so it was an old DOS game. It was like a strategy game. So it was based on like the New York City drug market at the time. And so it had like the 5 boroughs, and basically it was just like a list game, and you're basically trying to buy drugs for the cheapest and then go to another borough and sell them for the most that you could sell them without getting busted by the cops. And it was total RNG, like behind the scenes.
Oh, damn.
Like it was a pretty cool game.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
like an economy simulator.
If you look it up, I think you can play it in like browsers because it's like it's like literally one of those old DOS games. Drug Wars. Yeah.
Drug Wars DOS game.
Drug Wars.
Did you guys ever play Carmageddon?
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad bought it for me and my mom saw it, and she's like, you can't play this, because it was just like the whole concept was there's 3 ways to win. You either drive around, driving a car, but there's pedestrians everywhere. So either finish the race, or you kill all the, like destruction derby, kill all the other cars, or you kill all the pedestrians and you win the race that way. And so you get points and stuff, and it's like really gory, all like 8-bit, just like blood and gore splattering everywhere. Yeah, my mom did not like that game. But I loved it. I played the crap out of it.
I remember my parents didn't want me to play Final Fantasy VII when we first bought it.
Really?
So what I did was I had my neighbor come over and he played it, and I just watched him.
Yeah.
Just weird stuff like that.
Wow.
It's so crazy, some of the things that like they wouldn't let us play, but like if we were like, hey, I want to play the Oregon Trail, they're like, cool. And it's like, wait, but your whole family dies in that shit like the whole time.
Of dysentery, right?
Violent and horrible games you can play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Oregon Trail. I remember playing that at school.
Oregon Trail.
I think we all did.
There was another one that I played.
Definitely. There was a Star Wars game that they had. What's that old Star Wars PC game that was really cool? You know what
Rebel
I'm talking
Assault?
about?
I mean, there was a bunch.
No.
Dark Forces?
Yeah, there's Dark Forces. There was the original.
It was only flying. It was
Battlefront.
only you flew around.
X-Wing.
Oh, I think it was. Yeah.
Rogue Squadron. That's what you're. Yeah, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I think that first game was on the Nintendo 64.
No. This is
Nintendo
only
64.
PC.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
No, because
TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter.
It was Star Wars TIE Fighter.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah. TIE Fighter. Yeah. I remember those.
That game was amazing.
Oh yeah. I mean, you go and look at them now, and they're so rudimentary, but
Yeah, it'd be hard to go back.
Though. Oh yeah, so cool. But yeah, I mean,
I had a
that's
teacher
what you were talking about earlier. That's when Star Wars games were really rare and like meant something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I had teachers that would be like, okay, if you finish this assignment or get an A on this paper, then you can, play Star Wars or whatever for like 15 minutes. I had a teacher in 5th grade that was like that. He had a Nintendo and he had like Double Dragon and stuff. And he's like, all right, if you, pass this test, I'll let you play for like 10, 15 minutes. It was amazing. Just bribing us with video games. He was an amazing teacher. My favorite.
Yeah. Right on. Well, are there any games you guys are looking forward to, like in the coming months?
Man. I really want the Suikoden games to be remastered. I'm not sure that's not coming up. I don't know if it's coming out this year.
I got a couple that are coming up this month.
Yeah,
Aside from Stellar Blade, you guys already know I'm going to get that day one.
Yeah.
No Rest for the Wicked. It comes out this Thursday, early access on the 18th. So this is a game by Moon Studio, the studio that made Ori and The Blind Forest and Will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
So it's like a dark fantasy action RPG, and it has like Souls-like elements to it as far as the combat goes. And just the art style alone just makes me want to play it because it almost looks like a painting in motion. And I don't play too much on my PC, but I'm thinking about just getting in early access, trying it out, and then probably getting it again on PS5. It just looks too good. Like they could, I mean, that studio could have made anything, and I would have played it. So, because that's how much I love the Ori games. I'm just basically going off of their pedigree. So, so that's coming out soon, and then there's another one. Oh, so the FF16 DLC is coming out on the same day, but I'm gonna pass on that. I'm completely Final Fantasy'd out.
Yeah, I need a break.
Just can't. Yeah, I need a big break from that.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah. Go for it, Matt.
Go ahead, Tori. Go ahead.
No, there's I forgot, and it's coming out in like next week on the 24th. Yudian Chronicles 100. Yudian Chronicles 100.
Cool.
100 Heroes.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the 23rd actually. Yeah, it's on next not this Tuesday, next Tuesday. Yeah, the Yoshitaka Murayama, creator of the Suikoden series, that's coming out finally. I wasn't a backer for it. I wish I was, because they're all getting the game like instantly, and it's gonna be really, really cool. But I'm super stoked for that. Because did you guys play the prequel? The was it Yudian
Rising something?
Yeah,
Yudian Chronicles Rising. Yeah. I planned that one. I don't know if I
that. Yeah.
They should have called that game Fetch Quest.
Yeah, it totally was. But it was so relaxing. I love playing that game. I was just like, let's do podcasts and just like, all right, do this. And I don't know why it was so easy too, because you could just zip everywhere and do what they said to do. And I like the finding system.
Super chill.
Yeah. So those characters will be in the 100 Heroes game that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it the same type of combat though, or is it
completely
different?
It's just like the Suikoden series. I think you get
okay.
Like, is it 6 characters at once, and turn-based RPG?
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of style.
Yeah, see, games like that, like I love the art style. What's the other one? Octopath Traveler.
Yeah,
the Star Ocean remake. I like these games look so awesome, but I just don't have the time.
What is it? They call it HD2D.
HD2D.
Yeah. HD2D.
Yeah. Live Alive is like that too.
Yeah, Live Alive.
I fucking love. Live Alive is dope,
that?
Dude.
Did you beat all those stories?
I haven't. I'm like most of the way through it.
I
gotta finish. I think I have like 2 more to go. I think I have the far future, or no, near future, and I want to say like feudal Japan.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And those are the 2. Yeah, those are the 2 because they look like the coolest ones, in terms of like gameplay. So I wanted to save those till the end.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the 100 Heroes game, like, it's crazy because you have 100 plus characters, and there's like the high quality 2.5D kind of thing, but then there's like the party customization, like there's like all this little there's all this micromanagement in these games that I really liked and enjoyed when I played the original Suikoden. But then also like the town upgrading, and then there's like mini games. There's like a little mini game in there where you're basically doing like a strategy RPG as well. So I'm not sure if the new game's going to be like that too, but I liked all that side stuff as well. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I love the art style.
In terms of mine, I'm like pretty free and clear on games that I want to play until May. And then I get two like right out, like back to back, May 21st. Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga. I'm going to play that. The first game was really cool, especially if you had like headphones on and like you're just like very atmospheric, very cool. And then the System Shock remake is something I'm super looking forward to.
Yeah, System
Shock.
Cool.
Yeah, dude. I'm so looking forward to that. I hope they do it
Nice.
justice. Big System Shock fan. I just thought like all those games are super cool. And then of course that became the love child, kind of graduated into BioShock, even though they're not super related. It's kind of like the spiritual successor. According to Ken Levine, that was like a huge inspiration for him. So really cool. And then in June 21st, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Oh yeah, there you
I'm
go.
gonna play the shit out of that. Give me an excuse to dive back in. I'm gonna need to go back in and just play like the base game for a while on like New Game Plus or whatever. And just get a feel for it, because I know that if FromSoft is keeping to the trend that they always do, their DLC is going to be even harder and like even better than like the base game. They have a habit of doing that, and the trailer looked dope. So like I'm all in on that, and I'm very excited for that. But that's kind of where I'm at. Maybe I'll be able to get to some of these backlog games, which would be kind of fun.
Yeah, Elden Ring is going to be day one for me too.
Oh
like, it's going to be pretty substantial. Like it's a $40 price point, so but that kind of tells me it's going to at least be like 20-25 hours. I think it's
and listen, FromSoft has earned enough of my trust that I don't even question it, man. Like I know it's gonna be sick. So all they need to do now is just make a PS5 version of Bloodborne. Just make Bloodborne 60 frames, and then I'll play it.
That was my first one.
FPS. Yeah.
Did you guys play the Armored Core? Do you guys play Armored Core?
The Fires the Rubicon?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't like mech games.
Yeah.
I tried it. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I gave it a shot.
Inevitably, I run up against the thing of like, it's not responsive enough for me. Like just the nature of mechs, a lot of them, there are going to be missions. And I especially heard this about Armored Core 6 is that sometimes you need to bring the big lumbering ones, and I just can't abide by how slow they move. I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
Like actually tank it. Like literally tank it.
Just like, right. It's like anytime there's a game where you pick a class, I never just pick like the warrior class. Like I don't want to just be a tank. I'd rather have I always pick rogues. I want mobility. I want like DPS. I want to move in and out. That's like my style of play. So anything that forces me into that tanky role, I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
It was actually pretty difficult. I had a tough time with it. It felt like a Souls game.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I learned to kind of like threw that in there as well, but it was okay. It's still sitting in my backlog somewhere back there. Shout out to Japanese developers, man. They've been holding this year down.
Oh yeah,
FF7, Grand Blue, Tekken, Dragon's Dogma, Rise of the Ronin. They're just Unicorn Overlord. They're just like
Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah.
Ooh, can I do a shout out real quick?
Yeah.
So shout out to Axe of the Blood RPG podcast, Kat Bailey and Naughty Oxford, and anyway, they were talking about Unicorn Overlord, and most of them beat it on this podcast already. But Kat, she like you get to romance someone in the game, and by the end, like I don't know, it's just spoilers. It's really not, but she chose one of the characters, and she chose her cousin by accident. So she romanced her cousin that she didn't even know. And I was listening to the podcast while I was playing Final Fantasy VII. I started busting up laughing because she's like, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's how it was back then.
Yeah. But it's cool. Like you can romance whoever you want, So, but yeah, you're right. That is how it was back then. So Just a shout out to that podcast, one of my favorites. Have you guys
what was
watched
it called?
the
One more time. What was it
Oh,
called?
Axe of the Blood?
Axe
Axe of the Blood podcast. Yeah, RPG.
Axe to the Blood?
No, Axe of the Blood. Oh, I'm sorry, Axe
Oh.
of the Blood God. My bad.
ACTS.
AXE. Axe of the Blood God.
Oh, Axe of the
podcast.
Blood God. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Kat Bailey's it seems he works for IGN and yeah, a couple of them.
I've
are
had some interactions with
freelancers.
Kat Bailey.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched the new Fallout show?
Haven't yet. I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I heard it's super good. I need to check it out.
I just got Prime this week, so maybe I'll check it out.
There you go.
Wait.
it too.
You just got Prime?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't do
You
much
ain't been on that. You ain't
anymore
been on
either.
that Amazon tip forever.
Yeah,
I go through like ebbs and flows with it. Sometimes
Yeah,
I'll have it
same
for like
here.
a year too straight,
Yeah.
and I'll just like cold turkey just stop.
I'm
You know,
doing that
I
right
enjoy-
now.
Yeah.
I don't have.
I
it
enjoy
either.
going to Target with my wife. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy going to Target too. But I don't enjoy paying Target prices.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I mean, I don't know, man. I get it though. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys seen this game called The Plucky Squire?
No.
I have.
The what?
Briefly seen the Plucky Squire.
The Plucky Squire.
The plucky.
Yeah.
It
Squire.
actually looks really cool because you're like this little character named Dot, and you
Okay.
go into like these storybooks, and you kind of
Okay.
play like there's like different things you can do in there. I don't know, like kind of like a side scrolling shooter or like a Zelda
Mhm.
style RPG, and then like you can come out of the storybook and then it's in 3D.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
It kind of goes in between these two different dimensions, and it looks really cool. I think it's going to come out this year. That was another one I was looking forward to, but it doesn't have a release
Cool.
date.
And watch the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
really
It's
cool.
definitely one of those cool
I have
type
the
of games
trailer right
where
now.
you get a little bit of an extra type of dimension to the game. It's one of those where AAA developers are doing their AAA thing, and it's
Mhm.
the indie studios that get to do the fun
love
stuff.
that.
They get to try.
This is really
things, so
cool.
It
Yeah.
looks
creative.
cool. It looks cool. Yeah,
This
very
is really
creative.
cool. I like it. It's kind of like Super Mario Odyssey when you jumped into old school Mario and then jumped out. But the graphics are really good.
Mhm.
This is cool.
Yeah.
I
Looks
love
pretty
that.
polished.
I love indie games. This is what I'm talking about. I love indie developers more than Ubisoft. And
Yeah.
It's just nice.
Oh, that's one of my backlog that I really want to get to. Hi-Fi Rush.
oh yeah, Hi-Fi
Looks
Rush. Isn't that
dope, dude.
coming out
So
for PlayStation?
It's already there.
Or
It's already there. It's already
yeah,
out.
Yeah. It
the
was only on
haptics.
Xbox for a while, right?
Yeah, it was like Xbox PC.
Yeah.
It was by Tango GameWorks. I can't remember. There's so many studios
Yeah.
nowadays. But yeah, I played it on my. I had a Series S. I traded it in, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Series S.
Dude, I got it for $200, and then I
Yeah.
traded it in for $200 too.
Nice.
Nice.
So
That's
I
a good
played
deal.
what I
Free rental.
I played what I wanted to with my friend's Game Pass, and then I just traded it in. And
Yeah,
Hi-Fi Rush
I-
was one of those games. It was all right.
I have Game Pass on PC, so like that's where I do any type of Xbox exclusive. Like their first party always comes to PC anyway. So for me, an Xbox would be redundant. You know, I'd rather play with my 4080 Super, which I'm gonna get like better graphical quality anyway.
Yeah, you wouldn't really need an Xbox at that point.
No.
Yeah, because what's it called? I heard Hellblade it's only going to be like 30 FPS and like sub 1080p on
Oh,
a Series
Yeah,
X.
that's why I'm gonna play it on PC.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's just
good
crazy.
call.
Playing it on
So-
PC. Yeah, there's no way.
I got like a 1 month free Game Pass through my Verizon subscription.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
saving that for Hellblade. I was going to
Yeah.
play that thing for
Just
free.
do it, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how they make
Play
money.
it and
over
then be gone.
What's that?
I don't.
game with
I
the
don't think they
rats?
do. I
Requiem?
don't think they do. To be honest,
there. You
like
gotta be taking a loss.
like yeah, think about all these games that they're developing. Think about Starfield, right? How much did Starfield cost Bethesda to make, right? And then they can't sell it on
Mhm.
PlayStation, where most of the player base is. You can sell it on PC if people don't have PC Game Pass, but most people do. So then you put that game out on Game Pass. So yeah, you have your subs, and that's going to equal a certain amount of money. But the amount of you have to subtract how much the development costs for these games that are going straight to Game Pass cost. You know,
Yeah.
like Halo Infinite, right? Like Nobody actually bought Halo Infinite. They played it on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Yeah, so
on Game Pass in perpetuity, by the way.
Mhm.
They're first parties. They just sit there and stay. It's not like third-party games that kind of rotate in and out.
Mhm.
And you're not getting any AAA, like super good third-party games. They're all,
Mm-hmm.
they're all
Yeah,
like
like someone like
secondary.
me who's interested in Hellblade, right? So like let's say I didn't have this free month. I could just pay $10 on PC Game Pass, play Hellblade, and then just cancel my sub. Like how is that profitable for them? Like how?
I don't know that it can be. I don't know that it can be. But I think that that's why we're seeing some, Xbox games come over to PlayStation. Some Xbox first-party games. And I'm telling you, Halo's going to end up on PlayStation. 100%.
Dude, if
Oh,
Master
yeah.
Chief Collection comes out on there, I'm
That's gonna be
buying Master Chief
crazy.
Collection.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Could you imagine getting a platinum trophy?
Oh my gosh, that'd be so. I would buy that for sure, just because I
for sure.
love the OG Halo and Halo
sure.
2.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing. I don't know. I think the industry is so saturated though. That's kind of why I'm more of like a physical collector nowadays, because I'm like, okay, I just need to focus on one thing. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just get burnt out really easily compared to like our generation back in the day, where like it was very kind of scarce on what we got, and you kind of valued it more because of that reason. So
I think that's the problem. Is there's too many games.
there's
too many games.
But that's
there's
every
games
industry.
you're never going to get to.
Every industry is like that though. Movies, video games, anime, like it's just super oversaturated.
Yeah.
So
I guess the problem is that AAA gaming budgets are ballooning exponentially, and it's not a sustainable model for anybody. So it'll be interesting.
Did they say that
go forward?
They say games are going to go up in price too. I heard they're like going up to like $100 or something basic. Or I don't know. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
There's like a price hike they're thinking about or something. I don't know. I'm like, if they do this again, I'll be like, come on.
If they stop making games like 50 hours long, maybe it would cost less for them to make them. Like I'm perfectly okay if like the next like I don't know PlayStation first party studio games like 20 hours. Like why does it need to be 40, 50 hours? Like just make something like quality, kind of respects your time. You're in and you're out. And like you said, there's just too many releases. Like when we were kids, we would play a game and sometimes we would just replay it right away. And that next release was sometimes like a month or two away, and it's so saturated.
That's why Chrono Trigger is awesome, bro. You gotta play Chrono Trigger.
Well, it doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be old ass games like that. It could be. I mean, when they remade Resident Evil 2, I didn't play 4 or whatever yet, but Resident Evil 2, nice, smooth 8-hour game. Even Resident Evil 8 was like not super long, 12, 13 hours.
But the replayability was cool because you could play between Leon and Claire and like have a different perspective of the story.
Right. But you could be happy with just the one playthrough. You know what I'm saying? Like it told a complete story. If you played Leon story or whatever, then you felt like you got a whole lot out of that.
I gotta give it a shout out to PSVR 2. Resident Evil 8 on PSVR 2 is fucking phenomenal.
Oh,
I heard it's cool.
You can do things in that game in VR that you can't do otherwise. Like for instance, like you could hold a knife with your left hand and have a gun on your right hand, and you could be like pairing shots, and then shooting and reloading.
Cool.
It's just
that's so
really
cool.
Because I think in the base game you can't, like on the flat screen, you can't have a knife and a gun equipped at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that's only possible in VR.
Dual wielding.
Hell yeah.
There's literally one game that I would want to play in VR, and that's Gran Turismo 7.
Mm-hmm.
That would be sick.
That would be really cool.
It's good.
Hell yeah, man. So like you can actually use your rear view mirrors. And
that's so cool.
Yeah, so like when you're passing a car, you could like look at your side and you can see the car.
Oh, I need to get that set up. I have a PSVR 1. Do I need to get a PSVR 2 or should I just
for that? Yeah.
I think for Gran Turismo 7, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously like the interiors are very detailed. So like every car is very like you can just look around, look at your back seat, and it's super immersive.
That's really cool.
Can you use it with a racing wheel?
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh
you can.
God, that'd be so sick, dude.
Yeah. It's something else. Like I'm not a big racer, but like when I first got the PSVR, I was kind of going in doing a couple races a day, and I almost felt like I was a better racer because I understood the depth perception. Like I could see like how far things were in front of me, so I knew when to brake. So actually, it actually made me a better racer.
Yeah,
But
I love racing games. Short of doing what Joe Rogan recently did and getting like a $70,000 like racing gaming rig or whatever, I think that would be the way to go. I think that one I would be able to, because I can drive, as long as I had a tactile sensation of like the wheel and knew what my perspective was or whatever, then I feel like I would be okay. Everything else would give me motion sickness, but that I feel like I could play for sure.
You guys know
one of those. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was thinking, what we should do is we should all go to the K1 speed racing go-kart place.
Yeah, man.
Oh, dude, that place was sick. I love it.
That would be so much fun.
Really,
I have a top 10% score on that. Like
No,
I'm in the 90th percentile on one of in the one where we live.
Yeah.
I'm in 90th
should go to
percentile.
Wow.
I don't know how. Well, it's all those years of Gran Turismo, right?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Start on the outside.
Yeah.
Cut in.
Get your corner.
Yep.
Find your line.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We should do that.
I'm super down.
I tend to get in trouble because I cut people off.
Last time I did it, the guy in front of me wouldn't move out of the way, and it really bothered me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who it is, but it's a coworker of ours.
Oh, really?
Oh.
He's still a good friend of mine, but he knows who he is.
Wait. Is he on my area?
No, he's above you.
Like directly
Huh?
Yeah, he's on the floor above.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We all went for
side
a
or the
friend who
opposite
was
size?
wait, same size?
Same side of the hospital or the other side?
Same side.
Okay.
Same side. Yeah.
Then I don't know who you're talking about, unless his name rhymes with Merritt.
Barrett?
Garrett?
Garrett? No. No. We all went for a coworker who was leaving and stuff. We all raced, and I actually got first place the first round, and then the second one, another one of our coworkers won. But somebody was in my way the whole time, so
I hate that.
I want to go like us three on the track and just try to, go to
so you can get the fastest lap time.
Who.
Yes, so you can get the fastest lap time.
I still think I have my my printout.
I have mine somewhere.
It's in my I think it's in my nightstand. I'm gonna see if I can find
30
it.
seconds. I got below 30 seconds. Check your thing.
It's upstairs.
Yeah.
It's on the fourth floor of my house.
Sub 30 seconds fastest lap. Gotta be sub 30.
Yeah. 18 seconds, my fastest lap. Let's go. Just kidding. I don't even know.
No way.
I know.
You can't even know.
It's impossible. It's physically
impossible for that track.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I feel like it's luck of the draw too with whatever car you get, because some cars don't run as good as others.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Can you reserve the track and just have it like us three?
Yeah.
I feel you can.
One race. Yeah.
That'd probably be expensive though, huh?
I think it's like $60 for 2 races or something like that. I forgot how much it is. And you have to wear they give you like a thing. I need to find it, like a face mask thing.
Like that ski mask thing you wear under your helmet?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frenchie, you are completely frozen on my screen, brother.
Oh yeah, you're frozen here, bro.
Oh shoot.
It's all good.
I guess that's the universe telling us it's about that time, huh?
It's about that time.
Okay, so you know what probably happened? So I'm running my Canon off of a battery.
Canon probably.
So I ordered the AC adapter so I can have it like plugged in all the time.
Like the dummy battery?
On Amazon. Yeah, you plug it in as a battery and then it just plugs into like a regular outlet.
That's what I use for my camera.
Did I have a derp face on?
Yeah, just derp.
A little bit.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, we're still new. It's all the technical stuff. So
before we wrap it up,
who cares?
All right, so I got to get off and get some black materia. But how much longer do I have to beat this game?
So how far into
what
the
chapter are you on?
He's on 13.
I just got to the labyrinth.
You just got there?
Just got in there.
Oh, you got like 6 hours. You got like 6 hours left, bro.
Oh god.
So honestly, the labyrinth is probably one of the longest chapters. It's probably going to take you like 3 hours to finish.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so just I would probably split that in like 2 parts,
Perfect.
like 2
All
sittings,
right.
and then
2
chapter
sittings,
14
yeah.
is your last chapter, which things go friggin' off the rails, and I can't wait to. So I think next week
Uh,
should be our spoiler cast.
I think we can do
Yeah.
it. I think I'll be able
While
to
this
do
stuff
it.
is fresh in my head, because the older I
Yeah.
get, like when I play a
I
game,
know.
like a month later, I have no idea what the hell I played.
Yeah, I've been taking notes. Take notes. Put notes down.
So I have a document with like 10
Perfect.
topics that I
Oh,
want to
good.
talk to, and I feel like
Okay.
every single one of them is from chapter 14.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I
Okay.
mean, we'll get there. What I'd like to do is start at the beginning of the game and then go through all the chapter by chapter. I think that would be the coolest way to do it.
That's what I was thinking too, and then like
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
save the best for last, like what we think about the last chapter.
Yeah.
And everything.
And just like, finish off with where we think the game is going. So
Can I mention a particular brutal combat challenge for you
Sure.
guys?
Sure.
So
Sure.
this might deter you from wanting to get the platinum, because a lot of the fights are like 10 rounds long, and every single
Yeah,
enemy hits hard as like a truck. They could like insta wipe you. And what happens is you have to pretty much start all over.
Oh, man.
So there was a particular one called Rulers of the Outer Worlds, where you have to fight 2 summons at a time, and they're super
Mhm.
beefed up, and
Mhm.
you fight Sephiroth at the end, and he has this particular attack where he literally binds your character one at a time, and then he puts them all together, he bends you over, and he just fucks you up, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh my gosh. I gotta watch this
So,
on YouTube.
Yeah, I have like so many clips of me just
Send me a
being
video
pissed
of
off.
this. Yeah. I
Yeah,
gotta
so
see this.
you can block
Oh,
it if you're really
Okay,
good at
okay.
it. But
Yeah.
it's hard to parry. But yeah, he'll literally like lock your characters up. So like you can have a strat, like a perfect strategy that you would want to do, like maybe cast barrier on everybody first before anything happens. But if RNG decides that, hey, the person that's carrying a barrier is going to be the first person that gets bound, like you're just totally fucked and you got to start all over.
Oh, wow.
So my
That
strategy,
sucks.
so the way I did it was I set everything up. So I put like an arcane ward down so I could get double spells. And then I put, what else did I do? I wrote it down because it was a lot. I put Cloud on prime mode. I cast Faith, and I spammed that Yuffie ability on an ATB ward. And I essentially what I did was I did double wind spells, and it stun locked them.
Oh, wow.
So I would generate ATB with Yuffie, stun lock him, cast a spell. He would cast it twice, and then he never had a chance to get back up to even fight me. So that's what I'm talking about. You have to get really creative with these fights. They're that hard. I kind of appreciate it because I learned a lot about the combat. Like I did everything in my ability to beat these challenges. Like I was using synergy abilities, synergy attacks, and all different material combinations. Like I went all out. I even prime mode on Cloud is pretty good because you can hold square button and it'll give you like an instant ATB if you follow through with the whole attack. So that's the name of the game. Like get ATB as soon as you can, and and you have to really pick and choose when you want to use your ATB, because you want to hopefully like cancel out a boss's attack, or you don't want to get canceled out yourself. So like the timing of when you use your ATB is key as well.
Yeah.
And good luck. Good luck when you're there. I'll always be here to help you.
Nah, I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll let you know. Watch. I'll let you know what my final hours for the platinum are, and my goal is under 100.
Impossible.
I don't think so. Not for me. Because on my hard mode playthrough, bro, on my hard mode playthrough, I'm skipping all the cutscenes. I heard you can skip all the Zack stuff. I'm gonna turn that shit off.
Dude,
okay. If you do that, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rewatch the cutscenes. I'm just gonna skip through and just try to fight.
Yeah.
But would you say 160?
160.
I'll definitely do it faster than you did it. That's for sure.
I can't wait.
That's for sure. I promise that.
I promise you. We'll see. We'll see.
Promise that.
So my first playthrough like took forever, and you know what? I don't even think I added extra time to it by just enjoying the scenery. So I think my 160 is like legit like doing something every night, whether it's a side quest or mini game or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many Queen's Blood matches and so many Coliseum
Queen's
fights,
Blood.
and I think there's like 36 simulators. Like, it's a lot. But
Yeah. I think I finished the main story in like just over 50 hours. And that was like taking my
Really?
time to roll through. Yeah, 50 hours.
I'm at 70 right now.
do you have to
Yeah.
still go back and do all the world intel?
Me?
Not a lot of it. I've
okay.
got some,
I
but
do.
not a lot.
I did the first two the first two areas. I did all the 100% of the first two
Yeah, I
areas.
pretty much did all that the first time.
Huh.
But like,
Yeah.
so anything that wasn't like a cutscene, I read faster than the characters speak. So if it's like if it's not a
Oh,
conversation
yeah.
between main characters, I hit
it's
the button to
circle.
like go through the
Mhm.
dialogue faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't want to sit there and listen to fucking Joe Blow from Junon, who I don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
Right.
it's not for me. So
Right.
we'll figure it
Yeah.
out. We will figure it out.
Tori, you got some work to do. You got approximately 3 more sittings. I think you can do that within a
I
week.
think I'm gonna put an hour in right now before I go to bed.
Okay.
And
Yep.
then on Wednesday I have off, so I'm gonna definitely grind on that, and then hopefully by this weekend I'll have it done for next.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna
That
be the
sounds like
last
a
time.
plan.
It's the last time I'll ever talk about that game. I'm moving on. Moving on with my life.
Thank God.
Until you inevitably want to replay it before Final Fantasy VII, whatever the last game is going to
I
be
don't know.
called.
I might just watch like a YouTube like.
What do you think it's gonna be called? Remake, Rebirth,
Reloaded.
Reload. Oh God. Matrix Reloaded, bro.
Honestly, like they should call it Reunion. I don't know if they're going to want to do
Reunion
that.
is probably
They
gonna
won't.
because-
They won't. They
No?
won't. They
Because
did
of Crisis
Crisis
Core.
Core. Crisis Core.
Oh,
But it would be the
Crisis
perfect
Core
name for
Reunion.
it, honestly. Which you know
Well,
what they
Why
yeah
couldn't
we'll
they?
get to
Yeah,
it next week.
Why couldn't they say that? Reunion, Crisis Core, Reunion, Final. It's all under the same world.
Yeah, I don't know. Rebound.
I was thinking like Restored.
Restored
You know what
would
I
be
mean?
cool.
Like something like that.
Recocked. Final Fantasy VII Recocked.
Rejoice.
Final Fantasy VII Ridiculous.
Ridiculousness. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're going to call it a Final Fantasy VII 358 over 2 days. Final Form Rebirth.
Oh God, yeah.
like
Oh,
a
God.
Kingdom Hearts name. Like a Kingdom Hearts, one of those.
Or they just never.
Yeah, we'll get
make
into
it.
on
Never
the
release it.
spoiler cast.
1.5.
We'll get into that, but there's like one or two like sneaky little Kingdom Hearts shit that made it into this game that I don't like.
Oh
But
no.
Birth by
we'll talk
Sleep.
about it. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Another episode in the books. We love having you guys here as always. So for Frenchie, for Tori Pines, for myself, until next time, guys, have fun, play games, and we'll see you next time on the Pixel Playground.